Now at 4, heartbreak and horror in Orlando after an alligator snatches a 2-year-old child right in front of his family at a Disney World resort.
Plus, the FBI now calling on the public for information into the terror attack in Orlando as questions surround the shooter's past and what his wife knew.
And as the nation mourns the victim of the mass shooting, we're seeing new surveillance video of how a student stopped a gunman who had opened fire on his college campus.
Live, the news on NBC6 starts now.
Thank you so much for joining us on the NBC6 News at 4. I'm Adam Cooperstein.
And I'm Trina Robinson. We begin with a tragedy at what's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. A Nebraska mother and father learning that their 2-year-old child is likely dead after an alligator snatched in one of Disney's most popular resorts.
NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez live in Lake Buena Vista for us, where the recovery effort is still happening right now. Laura.
Well, Adam, Trina, we are waiting on word from officials. They are about to give an update, but here's what we know. Sadly, this went from a rescue mission, from a search and rescue mission to a search and recovery mission.
Reporter Stephanie Bertini with your first look at the roads right now. How's it look, Stephanie?
Well, I can tell you I-95 northbound is a mess this afternoon, and that's because the entire expressway, all of those express lanes are blocked, the northbound lanes, all of the express lanes blocked. So you want to keep that in mind if you're driving north. It's going to be very slow and go. Let's get to the maps, and I can show you exactly why that's happening. Here on the maps, you see one accident. This one actually is the most recent wreck that we're...
Okay, you know, today a lot like yesterday. So far the high in Miami, 92. So far the high in Fort Lauderdale, 91, just like yesterday. A few more storms though today. Most of the action has been across parts of Miami-Dade, but we're beginning to see a few thunderstorms firing up now. In Broward, we're talking Pembroke Pines, right along Interstate 75. Last thing you want to see during rush hour, right, is some rainfall. This is sliding east. Cooper City could see it next. Plantation also seeing some hefty rain with some lightning. No warnings with this, but again, these are slow-moving storms, so certainly some ponding on the roads here and there. Most of the storms across Miami-Dade are south of us. Homestead up through Doral, though, you've seen some pretty good rain so far. Quick look at the temperatures, 90 degrees already in Fort Lauderdale. Again, it is hot and humid out here. As we look at the roads, commute forecast, I'm thinking a couple of early evening thunderstorms and then mostly dry for your 6 and 7 o'clock time frame, guys.
Thank you. Well, other stories we're following this afternoon.
Here's an interesting one. Could Marco Rubio be rethinking his political future? Right now, a report is circulating that Marco Rubio could be considering another run for his Senate seat. Politico reporting Lieutenant Governor Carlos Lopez Cantera has okayed the idea. Now, Lopez Cantera has been running for Rubio's old seat for a year now, but tells Politico he would step aside if needed. He says the two had an unusually frank conversation after witnessing the aftermath of the Orlando shooting. Friends of both men, though, say they don't think Rubio will run. The deadline for a decision, June 24th.
The retrial for a Weston doctor accused of inappropriate behavior involving a teenage girl is underway. Augustine Bolo allegedly forced his family's then 15-year-old babysitter to touch his private parts twice. Now, this happened in 2012. Bolo's first trial was declared a mistrial in February.
Flames raging inside of a Fort Lauderdale junkyard. Chopper 6 over the scene as crews work to stop that fire from reaching more cars on the property. Firefighters are now working to figure out how the fire started.
And Miramar police moving into some stylish digs. Officers finally have a new 65,000 square foot space near City Hall to call their new headquarters after their old apartment was destroyed by Hurricane Wilma.
And a man recovering after Miami-Dade police say that they were forced to fire. The incident has now led to an investigation spanning 2 scenes. And after getting shot, that suspect, by the way, managed to make it to the hospital on his own. NBC6 reporter Dan Krauth is live where it all started on Northwest Miami-Dade with the details here. Dan.
Tourism are caught on camera. Up next, stunning new video shows a student stopping an active shooter just moments after he had already opened fire on 3 people.
Plus, dismissed. Prosecutors get a judge removed from a case following a controversial sentencing.
And oh dear, a baby deer goes for a dip and ends up in need of a rescue. We'll see who came to his aid next.
And there's a mess on the northbound lanes of I-95 this afternoon. These are those lanes. Take a look at bumper-to-bumper traffic, and that's because those express lanes are closed. I'll give you a few more details coming up in about 6 minutes.
A quick tour now across South Florida. This is our Royal Caribbean camera showing it's pretty hot across all of Miami-Dade. Upper 80s to about 90. Homestead, a little cooler. Well, you've seen some rain today. Love this shot. Margaritaville, 91 degrees right now. Pembroke Pines, upper 80s, low 90s, feeling like 100. Quick look at the tropics coming up next.
And very soon we will have a live update from police about the incident at Disney right there in Lake Buena Vista, where a press conference is about to happen about the boy, the 2-year-old boy that was dragged into a lagoon by an alligator. That body still hasn't been found. We'll bring you that update live when we come back. And as always, NBC6 is on. We're on right now. We're going to be on all the time, even during commercial breaks here at 4 o'clock.
You'll get to see current first alert weather and traffic to help you plan the rest of your day. That's until we come back.
I really do want you to be happy.
I want the same for you.
The Night Shift, new tonight on NBC.
To be an Olympian,
you gotta love the water.
It's not always easy.
You beat your body up.
outside of the pool, inside the pool.
Staring at that black line.
Putting your heart and soul in to do what it takes.
The sky is the limit, and that's true.
I just have to swim.
The best beaches, the best restaurants, the best nightlife. Miami has the best of all worlds. And at Williamson Cadillac Buick GMC, we should know. Because Williamson is Miami. Now get a new Buick Encore, just $32 a month. Or a new GMC Terrain, just $37 a month. Plus, get college grad supplier pricing on new GMC vehicles. Visit WilliamsonAutomotiveGroup.com. Because Williamson is Miami.
We went to Hollywood to ask if America's favorites, burgers, tacos, and chili, could taste just as great made with turkey. Thousands stepped into the Jennie-O tasting booth to find out. With just one bite, they knew. Now it's your turn to make the switch.
Thanks for testing our new car service today.
Of course.
Our service is a little bit different.
Okay.
We charge by the amount of gas consumed. Since we traveled 5.1 miles and this car offers an EPA estimated 37 miles per gallon highway, your total is 31 cents.
What?
22 cents.
I can pay you cash.
The all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu LT.
Current qualified GM lessees can get this all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu LT for around $199 a month.
It's the story that proves beauty can be found within. Fall in love again with Disney's Beauty and the Beast.
Coming June 15th through 19th. Get tickets at browardcenter.org.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call now about our $33 per room carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Welcome back. This afternoon, we are seeing new surveillance video of an active shooter incident at a Seattle university. It's pretty amazing. Police say the gunman here had already shot and killed one student, wounded 2 others, and it actually could have been worse if it wasn't for a student. You're going to see who helped take him down. Good to know. Now at 4, NBC6 responds. A woman called us after her elderly father was told he had to give up his apartment, which is accessible to people with disabilities.
The reason, the management company says there was damage and was refusing to renew his lease. NBC6 consumer investigator Alina Machado looked into the situation and joined us now on how she responded to this. Alina.
Well, Adam and Trina, the woman says there are wait lists for these types of apartments, so she knew finding another home for her dad wasn't going to be easy, and that's why she turned to us for help.
A tragic development in the case of a child who was dragged into the water by an alligator at Disney World. We're live in Lake Buena Vista.
The latest in the investigation into the mass shooting at an Orlando nightclub as the shooter's wife remains in the spotlight.
And police forced to open fire after they say a man refuses to follow the law in Miami-Dade.
Live, the news on NBC6 starts now.
Breaking news right now on NBC6 News at 5. The body of a toddler has been recovered hours after getting dragged into the water by an alligator. Very sad news tonight for the family of that 2-year-old. I'm Jackie Nesbro.
And I'm Keith Jones. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez live at the scene with the latest on this awful story. Laura?
Well, officials say they found the body of that boy around 3:30 p.m. within the same area where he was last seen. They have now identified him as 2-year-old Lane Graves from Elkhorn, Nebraska.